recording. All right, everyone. Good evening. My name is Sarabi. For those of you that don't know me, I have been in the business for 8 months now, and we're going to be talking about how to build a sports package from scratch. So in my previous trainings, I went through all the different vendors that you can use for sports travel. But for this one, we're really going to just stick to the building from scratch. And then maybe later on, on different days, we'll highlight each vendor separately, because I really want to go ahead and get 2 packages created today to start marketing for, because this weekend is actually really important. If those of you that don't know, it's the wild card weekend for NFL. So you really have to be on top of what the teams are doing and where the standings are. So that way you can really market for, the rest of the championships. All right. So let me go ahead. I already have my golden tickets popped up here. If you haven't done so already, you will need to register with Golden Tickets. It's actually one of our preferred suppliers. And basically what I'm using right now is the affiliate link, but they also have a travel agent portal that you can book from as well. And basically the real difference between the two, if you look out in here, is that it has the travel agent information. So how much commission we're getting paid. So this is the site that you would use if you yourself are actually booking the tickets or events for somebody. If someone says, hey, I just want to buy the tickets myself, then you will send them this affiliate link and then you'll still get your commission from it. It just doesn't have all the goodies on there. So that's the difference between the affiliate site and the actual travel agent site. And what's really cool about the travel agent site as well, when it comes to you marketing for like sports or different events, they have what's called the social media library here. And they already have like pictures and things that you can utilize. So I'm going to go to major events here. And we're going to really be going through doing the Super Bowl. And look, they already have Super Bowl pictures already made. So I don't have to create anything. I could just directly use this. It has the Golden Tickets logo on it. And that can be something that I'm marketing for. Same thing with different different sports and like NCAA and stuff, like the Rose Bowl is on here, the Peach Bowl was on here, the Fiesta Bowl. So that those things already passed, but they had those on there for you to actually market for. Other sports as well, the World Series, WWE. I'm looking for the Masters because that's the other one that I want to do. I don't think they have the Masters one yet because that's not until April, but oh, there it is right there in my face. The Masters, right? So I'm definitely going to be using those as well. And then you can really go in here if you don't see an event or a sport that like you really want to market, you can always make a suggestion. And they're very good about taking your suggestions, because I actually put one on there for, it was an artist that I was trying to market for. I think it was what's his name? I think it was like Logic or something like that. And they actually like made one for him for a very short time until like they took it off eventually. But I got what I needed at the moment. So very cool. Definitely utilize this resource because it makes it so much easier for you when it comes to actually posting pictures along with like your vacation packages. I want to market for golf in the future. Oh yeah, golf is a big one. People really travel for that. That one and boxing. That's another one that people don't really talk about, but a lot of people really still are into like the boxing and the wrestling, like the WWE stuff, because back this last month, my uncle and them, they had came to visit, when me and my husband did our wedding and everything. And they were really excited about watching like WWE. For me, I stopped watching when I found out it was fake. So I hadn't watched it in years, but they were still super excited about it. And, they were like, yeah, we want to go to this match and we want to sit in the front, like the splash zone and all that. So, there's still a market for these things. There's still fans for these, even regardless of like what if it's real or not, there's always a fan base for something. Track and field is another one. We are a huge track family. So anytime Penn Relays comes around or like the Olympics or something like that, chances are some of us are going to be going to that because we really like to watch that type of stuff. So without further ado, we're going to go back to this affiliate link. Indy 500. See, you know what? I always was curious about NASCAR, but I've never like actually watched it before. Like I've been to a couple of monster truck jams before, but I've never actually been to a NASCAR like race or anything. So I'm very curious to see how it's gonna go. I wanted to market the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, definitely market the Super Bowl. And right now is the best. I mean, I started marketing for Christmas because that's when I announced my first initial Christmas package. But, you can still market. There's still spaces left. It's very limited because it's next month. And, chances are those hotel rooms in Glendale are probably very high right now. But I mean, that's good for you. It's more commissions. But yeah, definitely start marketing this week for sure, especially if anything, like no later than this weekend because of what's going on. The wild card is going on this weekend. So if you're not like an NFL fan, just at least be in the know of like what the teams are doing, who's winning, things like that. So that way the next weekend where they're doing the division stuff, who's playing. And then after that, it's a championship. And then after that is a Super Bowl. It's big here in Delaware. Oh, I bet. I just get lost in an approach since I don't know how to coordinate it together. No problem. That's why we're here. We're going to, create something from scratch here. So again, I want to do 2 of these tonight because like I said, I want to market for the Super Bowl and the Masters. So right here, I'm going to click on Super Bowl, featured events. Actually, let me backtrack just 1 second. I want to show you guys something. So on the affiliate site, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, they have the different types of sports here. So like if they want to go overseas to England, I know they do like cricket and all that type of stuff, rugby, like you can find stuff like that there, horse races. So, is it equestrian? I think that's the word. Oops. But that's their rodeo, tennis, theater, all that stuff will be at the bottom here. If you can't actually find it under the more or the main sports at the top. So don't feel like you're just limited to this stuff. You are absolutely not. They have things at the bottom here too. All right, now we're going to go to the Super Bowl. You're a huge Eagles fans too? Oh. On that note, we are going to look at some tickets here. So as you can see, all this stuff is already sold out right here, right? So there's still spots left. People are still wanting to sit here. Not much left in, the high section and nosebleeds. But if you look at these tickets, they're still pretty high. So like, definitely try to market for those. If not, even do more than one, because a lot of times with the Super Bowl, that's more so like a group event. You can easily get like 6 to 8 people to all go to the Super Bowl together, because that's one of those big things. It doesn't matter who's really playing. It's just about being at the Super Bowl. It's a whole experience. For some people, that's like a bucket list type of thing. So don't feel like you have to be limited to just the pricing on there, because you never know who's going to go for it and buy for it. Now, I will say prior to marketing for this, make sure you're in a couple of sports fan groups at least, so that way you can start putting these into groups sooner than later. Because a lot of those groups that are like fan based, they're going to quiz you. That's just how they are. They want to know who your team is, how much you know about that team sometimes, and how much you actually know about the sport before they actually let you into the group. So tonight, that's going to be your homework following this. If you haven't done so already, at least join, I'll say start with 5. Right. And then, tomorrow join another 5 and another 5. So that way you have at least 15 sports groups that you can post into, and keep it like general, because again, we don't know who's actually going yet. Once you start following the teams this weekend and seeing who's winning and where the standings are, then you can start targeting some of those fan groups. Like if it's, I don't know who, or like Denver Broncos or something like that. I'm just saying a name just to say a name. You can start joining some of those fan groups and then marketing for it type of thing. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the lowest ticket price. And I'm going to do it for 4, because look at that. That's amazing. And for those of you that don't know, when you're buying tickets, they do charge an additional $5 because it's a mobile ticket, so they charge like the additional $5 just to account for like the mobile stuff. So I usually, add that on to there just so that way everybody's like aware of what's going on. And I picked 4 because that's very easy to get, 4 people into 2 rooms. So it's all about how you want to do it. Like, I don't know which rooms I want to put them in yet because I haven't searched in Vax. Like when I last did this, the hotel that I wanted to market for was already booked out for that weekend. So I'm kind of like shooting in the dark a little bit, but 4, I feel like is a pretty good number. You can always do it higher. Oh, well, actually this one, you might not be able to do it higher. This one only has 4. If you want to market for 6, you can go in and let me see if I could do one for 6. Let me look at these. It says 4 tickets, 2 tickets. They might not have actually big groups together right now. Yeah, I can see there's only 1 ticket on this side. So 4 might be your max, unless you want to split up a group or something like that, which at this rate, you might have to do with certain people because a lot of these things are already taken up. So there's not that many options. So yeah, we're just going to keep it at 4, just make my life simple. But now that I think about it, let's see. I don't think those are even available right now. It says it's featured at a great value, but it's gray and it's not blue. So I'm going to actually go on one that's actually blue. So I know for a fact that they have tickets. See, that's 2. Wow, 15,000. Yowza. Okay, let's do this. It's row 20, row 20. They might not be together. All right, let's see what else they got. Let's see. Really, I'm just scrolling for one that has more. Okay, this one has 13. Sweet. Yay. Let's do 6. Just because we can. I changed my mind. I'll just do 4. So indecisive. All right, so that's what I'm gonna go with. 4, and then I'm gonna pull up my calculator because I know for sure I will forget this number. Because when it comes to tickets, there is no deposit. They have to pay the full ticket price right then and there, or they just don't have it. That's just how tickets work. So I'm gonna do this plus 5 times 4, 20. So that's going to be the ticket price. I'm going to leave that there. Okay, I see some questions in the chat box. I started marketing for Janet Jackson concert that's coming in May. Oh, okay. Control. All right. But yeah, that's going to be a good one. A lot of people like Janet. Thank you. I'm in 3 Eagles groups. Sweet. What is our commission on this, and do you add a service fee? No, I don't add a service fee for this because as you can see, the tickets are already pretty high, but we get 10% commission on this. But typically, the only time I add service fees is if I have to do more than 4 quotes. That's just a personal preference. I don't normally charge for things like this, or if it's like flights, then I'll charge like $25 or something like that. But yeah, when it comes to tickets and things like that, I don't typically charge for these. So I'm going to look in Vax first just to see what I can see. If not, we'll probably try RoomRez. And if that doesn't work, then I'll go with Delta Vacations because I really like how they can park, or they have a lot of options and a lot of ways that you can really change up the different rooms. Like if one person wants a queen room and somebody else wants a king room, you're able to really easily do that in Delta Vacations. Give me 1 second. All right, so I'm gonna switch this to hotel only. I'm not gonna include flights. If somebody needs flights, then they can ask me for that when they inquire about the trip. Otherwise, I'm just gonna leave it blank. The Super Bowl. This has been doing this all day, and I don't know why. Blend it. Has your vax have been like kind of timing you out a little bit, or is it just mine? Okay, I thought I was going crazy. I was like, why does it keep doing this?
It's been doing it for days, Sarabi.
Oh my goodness, it was driving me crazy. I was like, why? All right, I'm gonna switch vendors because I want something in Glendale because Phoenix is a little bit further than I would like for them to stay. So let's see, let's look at some different vendors. And this is what you have to do sometimes. You kind of have to like play around with it a little bit, see what you can see. All right, for golf tee times and organizing golf for clients, do we earn commission? So yes, if you're booking under golden tickets, you're gonna earn that 10% commission. If you're talking about something more specific with golf, that's not a sport I'm very much well versed with. So if you're doing anything additional, like outside of the vendor, then I will have to research that a little bit more. I didn't realize we can book tee times on. Oh, tee times. Like, are they trying to golf themselves? What is a tee time? Maybe I could learn some because I don't know what that is. The time you start golfing. Oh, okay. So you want to book their actual golfing. Okay. That's a really good question. But we can Google it afterwards. I don't mind because now I'm genuinely curious. All right, let's do Glendale. This is the one I was looking for. Holiday Inn Glendale Suites, because this is literally like right across from everything. They don't have to have a rent-a-car or anything. It's a perfect location. The arena is like super close. And I want to do this to Tuesday because chances are they're going to be drinking at the Super Bowl. So Monday, you don't want anybody getting on the plane or anything hungover. At least give them some grace time to like relax a little bit and they could travel on Tuesday. All right, so we're going to do it for 4 adults. Right? Yeah, you got to think about the atmosphere because I mean, that's what I would be doing. So why not? All right, let's see if we can find something. Nope. I knew it. All right, try again. Now we'll go more generic. And ideally, you would have probably wanted to do this like a lot sooner than what I'm doing it right now, which is why for reasons very clear, you will want to do this like ahead of time, but let's just see Phoenix. I don't want to, but we'll see what they can have. If they have to transfer, they might have to. All right. Now, if you're curious to see like how far this is going to be from where you're at, they have map versions as well that you can look at on all of the vendors, not just RoomRes, but Vax has this as well. And you can see it in relation to where you want it to go. So let's say, let me scoot this back. Wow, that's a lot of places. So Glendale's like right here. So you can generally see like how far it is that they'll have to commute in order to like get to where they need to go. So it's looking like this one right here is pretty close. This one is like right off the highway. So that's like a nice, easy transfer there. They don't have to go through all the little hoopla. Let me see here. John Glendale home on Rumors. Yeah, there's a home on there. I know exactly which one you were talking about. That was like the only one that was available. But I try to stay away from homes just because I'm not 100% clear on if it's only going to give them one room in the home and if there's other people going to be in the room. That's just my only concern with booking with those because I've never used that before. So I get nervous. All right, so here's one Metro. This is apartments, so maybe not. And that's just a personal preference, guys. You can do things how you want. Oh, this is at least a timeshare. Oh, well, no, it's not. It's a Days Inn. I saw Wyndham and got excited. All right, let's eliminate this. We're going to do 4-star and 5-star. We want them to, they're going to the Super Bowl. You want them to have the whole experience. So maybe that'll ease up some of the searches here. And you're going to find high ticket items, right? They know that people who avidly go to these events know that they're going to be spending a pretty penny. So don't get discouraged when you see like a high number like that. That's what they're probably expecting, to be honest. So this one is that. Let's look. Archer special rate. Let's see what it is. I feel like that one's like a apartment-ish kind of. Yeah. But it's nice though. That looks really clean too. I'm not mad at that. And they have a kitchen. They have a whole little chill pad. So I wouldn't be mad at that. Because some of the like places that they do have for homes, they kind of look a little dingy looking. But this looks nice. And there's a pool. And a fitness facility. Okay. Let's see what it is. Make yourself at home in one of the 12 individually decorated guest rooms. So my question is, if I have 4 people, it says room only, would I be able to do 2? Apartment, 1 bedroom, balcony, city view. I would need to be able to fit 4 people in a room, so that might not work. The one for is the closest after party. You're right, there is the after party. And then you got to think about the tailgates and, the events leading up to the Super Bowl because, they're going to have some fun heading into it. All right, maybe let's restart. Don't want to, but let's see if it gives us some more options. If not, then I'm just going to pick something just to. I don't like that how low this is because we'll just see how entertain it. What do you guys think? Never mind. There's that picture that just deterred me because the red carpet one doesn't look too bad, but I don't like that one. So I just made up my mind. All right, I'm just gonna risk it. I'll do this one. 1 room, 4 guests. We'll see. Go to ticket has all inclusive room with ticket option. Creeper watching through the people. Yeah, exactly. We were just not doing that. You said Golden Tickets has all-inclusive room with ticket options. So Golden Ticket doesn't actually have packages. Sports Traveler, they have packages already with tickets, but Golden Tickets are just for, the events and the ticketings. If that's a word, it's a word. If it wasn't a word already, it is now. And the cool thing about Room Res is even if you're not gonna like, if you're searching for something for somebody, you can hold it for 7 days at the same exact pricing. So it's not gonna go up or down or fluctuate or anything, especially like going into this weekend. That'll be amazing to do. So I'm actually gonna do that just in case somebody bites and they're like, hey, I like this. I can hold it at this rate that I'm marketing for at least a week. So I'm building a template. It's going to fill out guest information for me, fake stuff. That way I'll be able to actually hold it. By continuing places booking, you have terms of blah, blah, blah. No payment required to create a center, but booking won't be confirmed until whole itinerary is paid for. Okay, I understand that. Let me do this instead. Hold and pay later. I'll leave that information on there. Where is the continue button? It won't let me do it. Okay, I'm just going to create the itinerary. But that's an option for you guys. So now I have everything. If I need to go back to it, if I need to add transfers, I can do that. If they want to do something while they're in Glendale, I can add that as well. And I think because I didn't put any guest information, it's not going to let me hold it. So you actually have to have like the client name and all of that to actually hold it. But I have the itinerary here, so I won't have to re-look for it all over again. So now, mouse. This is the pricing. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to add this to my package. All right, so you're looking at a $16,376.15 trip. So that's actually not too bad, considering like with looking at some of the other luxury travel sites like Road Trips. With you put this package together, a lot of those packages are starting at $21,000. So, you know, $16,000 for building a package yourself. The only thing is it isn't including flights. So that could be one downfall to it, which is probably added into the price, but that's actually not too bad for what we're doing right now. Let me see, can get a ticket and room Friday or Saturday check-in. Road Trips has packages as well. Yep, they do. Yep, they have those luxury travel packages, and you don't have to put them together yourself. The people at Road Trips will do it for you. They can create custom packages for you, and you get 12% on those commissions there. What does it mean by room? Is it like a box? No, it's like, because this is an apartment, so you get like one bedroom in the apartment. I understand how to build the package. I have a harder time pulling it all together and putting on the Archer invoice and including a service fee to get commission. So when you're using the vendors, you're already getting commission. If you're trying to add additional fee like instant commissions, then that's a conversation you will have to have with your client, and you determine what that service fee is when you're putting it all together. So I know, like, right now I'm just doing the basics, is building the package from scratch. I think what you're trying to do is you're like asking how to lay it all out, because this is just for like a mock booking and advertising. This isn't for actually like putting it on an invoice or a quote or anything like that. What does it mean by room? Like a box for, oh, golden tickets? Yes. So those are those private boxes. All right, so now I am ready to put this number. I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna start making a mock booking off of this. Now, again, normally I recommend not putting like really, really large numbers like this on Facebook, because that's like it's like a number shock for certain people. But given the actual event of it, is actually not that bad in my opinion. So I wouldn't mind putting that on my actual page. I'm gonna plan this out. Let's go ahead and actually start this coming out on I could put it for I'm gonna have this go out tomorrow morning. As you can see, I really like scheduling my things out ahead of time. Then let's see what groups I can put this in. I don't see any of my sports groups on here yet, so it's fine. Oh, there it goes. So I already have a Super Bowl on here. Get your tickets to the Super Bowl. Now, I already have a link made for this. I'm just gonna paste this real fast, so I have that number there. But I use Bitly to shorten a lot of my affiliate links. Just because I just don't like having that large link on there with like, you know, Sarabi, Hankins at goldentickets.com, blah, blah, blah. So I always shorten them. It's just a personal preference. And I actually have one already made for the Super Bowl. So I think I have one for the Masters too. I put 22, but it's definitely 23. Yep, I do have the Masters on there. So I'm gonna double click on this link just to check it, make sure that it still works. Okay, sweet, takes you where I wanted to go. I'm gonna put this in here. I'm gonna put seats are going fast. Put Bitly on here. Here. Or SB 23, so Super Bowl 23. $4972. And then I'm gonna put travel package includes. And then that's where I'm gonna list, you know, the room. So what was it? Balcony, 1 bedroom for up to 4 people, just in case they have less. Then I'm gonna put hotel transfers and flights available upon request. package pricing starting at, okay, let's see what the number is again. I'm gonna divide that by 4. So let's say $4.95. Per person for a group of 4. Just to make sure they understand that's the rate for that. License and bonded travel agent.
Sarabi,
Yes.
you might have lost me, but I thought the 8,970 was one Super Bowl ticket.
So I had multiplied it by 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if I go back to, that's not it, right here. So when I do that, you multiply it by 4 to get the big number. Did I not do that?
Because when we were looking at the tickets, I thought the cheapest ticket were about
Oh,
that
you're
price.
right. I did not do that.
Okay, oh shoot, man. I thought I don't want you to mess up.
Thank you. Thank you for catching me because I totally thought that I did multiply that. I appreciate that. I was about to put out some wrong information. Okay. 7,406.15. All right. 7. See, teamwork, guys. Now I'm gonna divide this by 4. That's still not that bad in my opinion. So 10, 8, or I'll put 10, 8 or 10, 8, 10, 8, 08. Wow, cannot get that. Just to make it like an even number. Okay, so I see some people in the chat box. Let me see and go to tickets. Okay, I did that. Okay, Mock, what kind of time frame do you include? Because Super Bowl is tough. Only have 2 weeks between time. We know teams until game. Yeah, so that's why you have to be really vigilant when it comes to this. Like you have to be on it. Typically, a lot of people, this is a time where they're making most of their income for the whole year. It's just staying on top of the playoffs and selling tickets that whole night after the game is over. So that way people get their tickets, because that's where you're really going to see the influx of people getting them. Because if they know their team is going, they're going to make it a trip to go. So you have to account for those people as well. And again, it's just one of those things. You have to be on top of it. How do you shorten a link? So I use Bitly. That's actually for another training. I do have one of my sports trainings on my YouTube that I can share later on, just because I do want to try to get into the masters after I post or schedule this out. But yeah, I use Bitly, Bitly. All right, so when are you going to run this mock booking? Tomorrow morning. What do you do on IG posts? The link is not clickable like Facebook since you use Meta. So I still post it on there. And that's why I also have the call to action here where they can text me this code. I know what they're wanting and I have my phone number here. I'm new and a sports fan. It seems like really hard for an independent travel agent to do Super Bowl package regarding the time frame you're working with and fan base attacking the Wild Dogs. So like I said, Casey, my first posting for this was actually Christmas. So it's not like I'm just now starting to market for this, but I'm also adding a travel package in addition to just the tickets that I was marketing for back then in December. So I'm using this as an example because this is coming up for this weekend. But again, even with the fan base, it's one of those things you have to just be on top of it, just like with anything else that's going on. I really like to mock one up and pull off and taking interest from fan base. Yep. So you're really going into the different fan bases because it's just like how social media is. Things trend and then they fall off and trend. You have to kind of ride the wave just like anything else. And that's what we're doing. We're anticipating the wave to go up right now. And when it peaks this weekend, it's going to do it, go down for the week next week, and then it's going to go up again. So we're prepping for that and getting ahead of it instead of being reactive. All right. So I'm going to put as many different hashtags on here that people will be searching for. NFL and hashtag NFL hashtag. All right. Football. So you want to add as many of those as you can to kind of increase your keywords there. I'm about to add this on here. We'll put this on there. And then I'm gonna highlight this too, so that way they know they can get, that's an option for them. Now this emoji is a little bit different because on the computer it doesn't show, but on the phone it's actually gonna show you what it looks like there. All right, so that's gonna be my posting. I'm scheduling that for 9 o'clock tomorrow. And schedule. All right, so that's gonna post. So now I'm gonna go in here and do the masters as well. So I'm gonna exit that out of my cart because I don't want it. And now we're gonna look at the masters. So this one is a little bit different because there's a lot of different things available for this. So I'm not gonna actually click on a certain event. What I'm gonna do is actually use the schedule. So if someone wants to go in on a different day, they can choose which tickets they want for this schedule. And I believe that's what I did for this link here. Let me double check just to make sure I am correcting myself. And yes, that is the schedule. So I'm gonna use this link that I already have. Will you get people to buy a package ahead of time before teams are announced? Yes. Because like I said, you have those people that just want to go to the Super Bowl just for the heck of going to the Super Bowl. Some people are just going to be going just for the halftime show because you got to think also Rihanna's performing. So a lot of people haven't seen her perform before. They know the Super Bowl shows are amazing. So they buy packages for that alone. Right. Yeah. So people just go, like that's a bucket list. That's a bucket list type of thing for certain people. So you don't want to count yourself out and like tell yourself no and let them, decide if they want to do it. But at least you have that option out there for them. All right. So let's just say we're going to go on Monday. I just want to get an idea and give you guys an idea of what these pricings are going to look like. So, it's about, $10.75 per person. So closer to the actual event, I'll probably put a package together, but just so you can get an idea of what these tickets are going for. If you do the math, get the, factor in the 10% commission that you'll be getting off of that. Depending on how many tickets you sell for this, that's an option for you as well, which is why these affiliate links are amazing because they pretty much make those passive income for you. But again, I'm just going to keep it to the schedule. So I'm just going to do a very light, kind of scheduling for this one. I want to say I did schedule something already for the masters. So I want to look to see when I did that for. I think I did it for February. Let's see here. I have all this stuff on here already. Maybe I did it in March. No, okay. All right, that's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and do it for. I'm gonna do this one for the 4th of February. So, you know, by then the tickets are for Super Bowl are most likely gonna be sold out by then. So I don't mind starting this weekend for the Masters. 2 months is a good time. They're going to Augusta. So that's not gonna be hard to market for. I'm gonna post onto both. And I'll just say something. Are you ready for the Masters? Just something engaging. You can put anything on here, really. Get your tickets here. Keep it very simple, light, consistent as well. A lot of my like sporting ads kind of look the same, so that way people could recognize who's who. And then I'm gonna still put a call to action on this as well. Text for those who don't want me to do it as well. For custom travel arrangement. Licensed and bonded. Travel agent. Price. Well, I didn't add pricing, so I'm just gonna leave that on there, and then I'm gonna put my hashtags. Three hashtag Augusta. And conveniently, my husband's from Augusta, so I'm already in a lot of Augusta groups, and we have a lot of family members out there. So it's not going to be hard to market for that as well.
So Robbie, you're going to want to fix your spelling of bonded.
Okay. Thank you. Oh,
sorry. I didn't think you wanted to go out that way.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, that would have been pretty bad. Funny, but bad. Ready for the Masters. Your tickets, text Masters. I have all my S's. Everything looks good. Okay. And I'm going to schedule that always as 9 a.m. That is my time that I start my mock bookings. All right. And I have that scheduled for that day. Okay. So, let me go ahead and get some of these questions. Okay, I answered that. They were hoping the Patriots would go. They were lucky they made it. Do you know, am I allowed to put Super Bowl in my mock booking, or is that NFL? You could put Super Bowl in your mock booking. That's why those pictures are available to you. It has it in there for you with the golden tickets licensing, because I mean, you're not using that to like sell, you're actually helping them, you know, broadcast the Super Bowl. So it's not a copyright. So Robbie, did you do the meta training that was on Sunday? Yes, I did. on Vax, what supplier do you use for hotel only? So you can use any supplier. I'm partial to FunJet and Apple Vacations because one, FunJet really has like a lot of good customer service and I use them often. So I like it. And then Apple Vacations gives you points when you book with them also. But they have different vendors you can use. Travel Impressions, I hear, is pretty good. I haven't used them personally myself, but it's just up to you what you want to do. Can I get your YouTube channel? Absolutely. Was the training recorded? I wanted to attend and missed it, and your wisdom made it. And I know much as I recorded it and I put it on my YouTube channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on there. Thank you so much for attending the sports training. I hope this was very helpful for you. We are going to continue the Q&A after the recording's over, so be sure to hop on. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. We're going to have a lot of different organizational and mock booking, different types of trainings. So make sure you subscribe so that way you can have, the access sooner than later, because sometimes I don't always remember to put it in those chats. Okay. All right, so let me go.